Sylv's Bubble Life. Today I'm making from scratch a gnocchi, but I'm also making one of my favorite vegetarian gnocchis. I'm going to make a pumpkin and ricotta vegetarian gnocchi with you today. We only have a few ingredients. We have flour, 3 washed white potatoes, salt, and 1 egg, and that's for the gnocchi. Then for the vegetarian side, the pumpkin and ricotta side of it, we have half a butternut pumpkin. It's only about 500 grams. We have full cream, and we have ricotta cheese. And obviously we have our basics of olive oil and black pepper and salt. Now, what I suggest is we always get started with the butternut pumpkin because the butternut pumpkin will take a lot longer to cook and we want to cook it all together. Let's cut this up into little cubes, drizzle it with some olive oil and some salt. I'll put it in a tray and cook it till they're a nice soft consistency. You can also leave the outer part of the pumpkin. Make sure you wash it. Okay, so now the pumpkin is cooking, and once it's ready, I will pull it out and let it sit to cool. And now we're going to get started on the gnocchi itself. So, what you need for a gnocchi is to boil 3 large potatoes until they've softened. So basically you just poke a fork in easily and that's how you know it's ready. And then as soon as they're ready, while they're still hot, put them in a big bowl and put 2.5 cups of plain all-purpose flour. You must do this while it's hot, otherwise it won't stick and congeal properly. Avoid putting in the egg at this point. We need to mix the flour and the potatoes in so that it cools down. If you were to put the egg in first before the flour, the egg would actually cook. So, boil the potatoes, mash them up, add 2.5 cups of flour, a pinch of salt, mix it all around, add 1 egg, and then this is your product. So, it looks like a dough and it's kind of sticky. It doesn't stick to your fingers. So that's the consistency we want. So what we want to do is we want to roll it up as so and let it sit on some parchment paper. And we're going to start cutting it up and rolling it out. I'm using a cake scraper to cut the dough into pieces. It makes my life easier. However, if you don't have one, use a knife. So they're cut up into the quarters that I want. Now I'm going to take a piece and roll it as so. Basically roll it out into a long line or like a sausage and just keep rolling it to the thickness consistency that you prefer. Try to get it even. And then just using a cake scraper, just cut like this. And if you want to kind of put a little shape to it, you can use a fork and just push down to make the shape you want.
Notte giorno di torno girano, delle belle turbando al riposo, Narcisetto a dolcino d'amor. Delle belle turbando al riposo, Narcisetto a dolcino d'amor. Non più avrai questi bei panacchini, quel cappello leggero galante, quella chioma, quell'aria brillante, quel vermiglio d'onesco color, quel vermiglio d'onesco color. Non più avrai quei panacchini, quel cappello.
And this is the end product. As you can see, they are slightly different shapes. I went for a rustic look. You can go smaller and thinner. It is up to you. The thinner you roll it out, the smaller and the thinner these gnocchis will be. Let them sit for a bit and rest so they can kind of harden up a little, and leave them to the side because they'll only be boiled for a couple of minutes, and we need to have all the ingredients ready and prepared before we can start boiling them. Meanwhile, we're going to start working on the sauce. So the sauce will be ricotta and pumpkin cream. So what we need is 250 grams of ricotta, and we need 150 mils of double cream. So I'll just start cooking that, and I'll add olive oil, a dash of olive oil, salt and pepper to taste. Let's get started. I've got a large pot and I'm going to start boiling the gnocchi, only for a minute or two because again if it goes too soft it will become clayey. And here's how it looks. They look perfect. They're ready to be put in with the ricotta and cream, and then the pumpkins should be ready in a couple of minutes and we'll stick them all in together. Ta-da! End product, guys. Creamy consistency with ricotta chunks and the pumpkin in there. I've also added, as you can see, some parsley just because I felt like it could have a little bit of a color to it. Sometimes I add spinach. It's clearly up to you what you prefer in there. You can add asparagus, spinach. What's great about gnocchi, it's so versatile. You can make it a chicken and mushroom gnocchi or an avocado gnocchi. You can make it for meat lovers or you can make it vegetarian. So as I said, end product. If you like, add a bit of salt, add a bit of pepper, and you can spice things up with some chili flakes. Stay bubbly, guys! Please remember to subscribe if you liked what you've seen today. And if you want to keep up to date with more videos that I post every week, click on the little bell button. Remember to like, share, or comment. Thanks! Bye!